Brides in the Hills 34. Grandma's crying granddaughter stands and looks back. Grandma's tears are rolling down her wrinkled cheeks. Chinema ran and hugged Grandma's waist. I haven't gone ahead, Grandma, don't cry. Don't cry, my father. Why are you there? I remembered your grandfather who passed away. There were tears. The granddaughter walked to the mall next to the grandmother. He had gone a short distance in the middle of the forest on a scrubby footpath. If there was a fork, the old woman started walking on the right side of the gap. Chinny said, "That's it, Grandma, come here." The old woman stood awake and admired her granddaughter. "Yes, sigh, I was thinking of something, the tree came and fell. That too is the way to go to Hadia. Dana Kaurasord Tararudaragu Horaru Hogi Hoge Hagyada." She turned around and gathered her granddaughters. No thought or question crossed the old woman's mind as to how the little girl, who had never walked there, knew the right and wrong way. By then it had descended beyond the scalp of the Paduvana forest. Red was turning into a forehead. A flock of birds flying into the nest began to hide. In Gurigi Halu, the shrill sound of beetles was the prelude to the shrill sound of Jiru Jiru Jiru. Silver was already shining in the western sky. As he was going down to the edge of the paddy fields near Kona's house, he heard the cries of the chickens, the barking of the dogs and the other human and animal noises common to the camel house of the Malay village. "It's us," she said. "What is your house? Is it your Mukunda Bhavan's house?" said the grandmother. "Yes, this is Mukunda Bhava's house," said Chinema, as if to correct herself, as if she were recognizing something she had seen in the past after a long time. Since then, at least once a month or 2 months, Chinema started going to Connaur to visit her grandmother. Mukundaya too, whether with his mother, sister-in-law, or rarely with his elder brother, used to go to her valley and stay for a couple of days. Every time Chinema came to Connaur, she would indulge in some new experience or new adventure with Mukunda Bhava. Even the seniors were surprised to see that when she first came to that house and its surrounding places, she moved around easily as if she were familiar. He was praised as smart girl, Chalukina girl, and brave. At first, Mukundaya was hesitant to include Chinny in the game in front of the other boys who were studying with him at Agala Math. But Chinny went ahead and got rid of all his shyness. He pretended to forget the distinction of being a girl and hid from the elders. Once in a pothole of the Kodlu stream that was flowing near the house, he made a mistake on a plank and encouraged Chinny to climb up. But when the boat was pushed from the shore by the berth of the boat overturned, and Byra, who had left the cow there, ran and avoided the disaster of falling into the water, but Chinema's parakara was all wet and water entered her nose. Mukunda and his companions, who were coming to swim, left all their clothes on the shore, and since they were the only ones wearing cowpeas, they had chosen the clothes in the sun and no one knew that they were involved in such a disaster. But Chinema's condition was dire. How can it be dry after unwrapping the dish and spreading it in the sun? When they are all there. If it was untied and spread, the cold should have shivered. Now the cold fever would come and make a big noise. He could have run home and brought another dish. But Avivika would not have been known to everyone without becoming a suitable Shastri. Mukunda himself had come up with an idea. He sent all the boys to the other side and asked Byron to go away and take the cow to the right. He took her to an open place behind a big bush where the sun was waiting. He told her that he would be hidden beyond there, far enough away from Chinema's dignity. He went and sat behind a tree. Chinam was sitting basking in the sun, doing as her father-in-law told her. The forest was quiet in the afternoon sun. A couple of paikalas chirped from time to time in the elati bush which added to the silence. Even a hint of wind seemed to be hidden. It was not mere silence but the deliberate silence of the forest. Chinema listened to the silence, as if no one had restrained her laughter when she saw that she was sitting empty-handed. The forest was called Bima. Something started to scare if Mukundaba went anywhere. Did he leave something? Should have left. Chinema felt like shouting. If the image is there. What did he think? She spent some time bracing herself like that. But could not be stopped. Scared. Let's see, Melek called. Are you here? Are you wearing clothes? Have you put 'em on? 35 will continue.